You just drop a message. We are going to discuss on.
Yeah, it's me again. Sorry, I'm in the hospital. I think Asia is the wrong. So
Okay,
I'm
okay,
leaving
okay.
right now. Sorry, so sorry.
Fine, fine. Check the appropriate link, whether you have joined this finalization or any other link. Fine.
Yeah, so sorry, I'm leaving. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Fine, fine. I'm waiting for the participant. Can you please send the message to other participants so that they can join? Please inform the participant. I'm waiting for the students to join this session. I hope they receive the message. And this is very important for the participant because this is the final dissertation finalization session. So please inform them. I have already said, please share the message with the students so that they can join the meeting. Today they have this dissertation finalization question and answer workshop. It is already there in the link. You can share those things with the students so that they can join. Yes, upgrade Zoom team, please. If you're there, please respond. If there is anybody in the meet, please respond. We have very good session on this dissertation finalization question and answer. And today's session is focusing on a very important stage of your doctor journey for the students and help you to prepare the dissertation for submissions and publications. Please come fast. Hello. I'm able to see two persons from Zoom 1 to 5 at the rate upgrade. Are they the students? They are students. Please respond. Hello, Bao.
Hello, so this is we finished the workshop, right?
Hello.
Hello. I'm late, so we finished, right?
Yeah, you are late and we are continuing. You are the only one. Earlier two
Uh,
joined and they said that yes, they joined the different link. So they left the meeting. So I passed the message to upgrade to tell the participant to join.
so sorry. See you next time.
It's fine, no issue. So we are discussing on this today. The session is on uh, finalization, dissertation finalization.
Yeah.
So this is the topic that I'm going to discuss today.
Hmm.
So,
I finished chapter 4 and 5, and I already sent to Dr. Susan, Dr. Kelly, and my chair to review chapter 4, 5, and
oh,
yes,
good.
yeah,
So,
and I plan to have a defense in March and April.
okay, very
So
good.
I can join the commencement ceremony in May.
Fine.
Yeah, the graduation ceremony in May, the middle of May.
Very good.
Yeah, I hope that I try on my best.
Very good.
Yeah, I heard that I am the earliest the
Okay.
earliest one. Yeah, to the earliest one already finished the whole dissertation and just waiting for defense.
Very good.
Yeah, oh, no problem. I try on my best.
Fine. Yeah. It's always good if you are on time and try to complete the things. You will get the best things.
Yeah.
Very good.
So thank you so much, Dr. Racy.
Yeah, fine. So, can we discuss something related to this dissertation?
Sure, I can.
Fine. So, if you are able to see the slide, this is what we have discussed 2 days before with Dr. Kelly, and we discussed that now there are many who are on their final stage to complete their dissertation,
Ah,
and that is the reason we discuss why not to discuss something related to their dissertation. Along with
yeah.
that, why not to discuss something uh,
Listen.
which are very practical in nature.
Ah,
So based on that, we discuss these two different things, and she shared this particular presentation, and I'm using the same presentation. So this particular presentation talk about final necessary edits.
ah,
So what are the things that are required for final submission of your dissertation?
yes. Okay.
So if you go through this content, yeah, this is what the content is. So the whole agenda is to cover these points using the navigation pen. We want you to go through all the content, check whether things are
Ah,
appropriate or not.
yeah. I
So I
remember.
think
I
you
I
have
do this navigation a lot every day.
yeah.
Every day.
you can
I
you
do
can share.
navigation every day.
Okay. uh, Instead of I took this particular session, can you share those things from your side, because you already done this?
Yeah, I written this. I finished song. Copyright permission, spacing, appendix. I be already finished. I finished IB packet in December.
Okay.
Pay number margin. Yes, I the hyphen table of content. Or I I I always follow this thing to APA 7 editions.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Anything where you face the challenges, so that I also come to know that these are the areas where students usually face challenge. I can note down those points and can refer for other students. because you have already submitted to Susan.
Yeah, already submitted.
Yeah.
Susan, Kelly, and my chairs.
Okay.
It's
So any
very hard
difficulty
work.
you faced in between? Any kind of challenge that you feel is important to know?
I think it's too much. It's too much
Okay.
challenging. Yeah, the most challenge is follow APA 7th edition.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the most challenge in text citation, reference formatting, paragraph, margin, page number, everything. I have a challenge
Uh,
is about APA. Yeah,
that is one thing. Okay.
yeah.
But it is required.
And the
It's
second,
yeah.
yes, that required. We cannot avoid.
Yeah.
Yes or yes. Yes or yes.
One more
No.
good thing in between.
Yeah.
I just share. I would just like to share one more good thing. Uh,
Yes.
we have also discussed why not to go for the publication. So in the meeting, I discussed these things with uh, Kelly, and she agreed. She feels if students are able to do a good job in terms of dissertation,
Yeah.
let us convey that if they are interested, they can submit the same thing for the publication. So we agreed on this
Yes.
line. So in your case, if you feel the content is too good, you will get a good feedback from our side also. And if things are fine, you can convert the same thing into chapters or into research publications. And we will take care in terms of
Yeah.
publication. So from our publication house, you can publish your papers. This is just the very weird idea that come to my mind when we are discussing the things. Then because from our side we are taking the sessions, we are devoting so much of time. From student side, it is very difficult because they are going through the canvas, understanding everything, and then trying to implement in the chapter. Along with that, they are
Yeah.
getting regular feedback, and sometime to match with all the feedback along with the chair and what you are understanding, it really very difficult. So
Yes.
we thought if you are able to match with those things, why not to convert the same thing into paper? Because you're
Yeah.
already doing the dissertation.
Yeah. That's
So they,
correct.
yeah. So this is one more thing we have discussed. And this is optional. This is not compulsory. So don't worry that we are not making it
Mhm.
compulsory. But those who are interested, this is a good platform. So you get publication for very highly reputed journals. So we'll recommend Scopus Index journals. So you will get a credit for it.
Yes. About the
But
publications.
yeah, so it is important if you're following all those things, when you are again making corrections or modifying the same thing for your paper, we will help you out in that phase. And then
Mhm.
the paper can be published in Scopus Index journals.
Yes.
There also you are able to see that all those things are very important. You have to edit as per the requirement. So everything you have to do from your side. This is the only thing. But we
Yeah.
are very positive about it that yes, there would be many students. Yesterday in the meeting, there are three students who are emphasizing. They are from Singapore. They are
Uh,
saying we are looking for very good uh, Scopus index papers. So if you have good journals, please suggest us. So I give this particular reference that yes, once everything is done, please contact us. We would be very happy to help you in terms of publication. So team will help you. We will help you how to prepare the things, and then you will get your publications.
yes.
So it is not
That
just
was,
you get your degree. Along with the degree, we want that you must have one or two publications with us. It will be honor to us also that we have
yes.
guided very good students in the process. And ultimately, this will help you in your career growth.
Mm.
Yes,
I
now, yeah.
maybe the publication I haven't talked about it yet. So if
Okay,
you have any experience, you can take me.
sure, sure.
Yeah.
You can search my name on LinkedIn account, send the message to me. I'm available on LinkedIn. So
Uh,
if you search by Dr. Rishi Raj Balwaria, you will come to know
I
my
will search
LinkedIn
now.
account,
Yes.
and you can send directly message to me.
Yeah. I will search now.
In LinkedIn, if you search Dr.
Uh,
Rishi Raj Balwaria,
I see.
RISHIRAJ
Yeah.
BALWARIA.
Yeah. Dr. Rashi Ras, Dean Management School of Business Management, right?
No,
No.
I'm from education. This is how it will look. Just a minute. I will search the same thing on my mobile.
AI and net researcher. Is that you? Too many Dr. Rashi Rashi Ra here.
This is what you are able to see. Are you able to see something on the screen? I don't know.
Yeah, and it's blur. It's not clear.
Okay, because I'm using just a minute. So what I can do is I can share something. So you have to type Dr. Dr. dot Rishi space Raj space Balwaria BALWARIA.
Yeah.
So there you will able to identify assistant professor Navrachana University, Gera president, and so on.
Yeah.
नहीं दिखेगा. It is not visible from their side. I don't know. Is it very blur? You
I
are
finished.
mute.
I saw your avatar already, and I already sent you connection request.
Okay, on my WhatsApp, I am not able to see it now. Again, can you please send me a message? Right now, I'm on my,
Yeah.
in the message, just say hi to me.
Yeah.
There is someone who request to join my network. Okay, wow. Yes, you just requested. Fine, fine. I just accept. I accepted your invitation.
Yes. I will text your message.
Yeah.
Did you see my message?
Yeah, you said hello. Yeah. I just sent a reply to you.
Yeah, I saw it already.
Okay. So I'm also helping online students for Scopus Index General Publications. So I already reviewed around 100 plus papers.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah. So in that, I have seen many a time these things are very important. One part is their template, as you already said that it is very difficult to follow the APA. But anyhow, students are able to follow the guidelines very well. If there are one or two minor things, we will take care from our side. Nothing wrong in that. Only the problem is when it's come to the content. Many a times we are able to identify there are many flaws in the content. So I will discuss something related to it in this particular session. Now I'm not getting into this particular content part. We hardly have this half an hour, so I will discuss something different aligning to the publication part. So based on my experience, I have observed when it's come to publication, you will identify sometime because you already done your PhD, you want to convert into that paper. So in dissertation, you might have 10,000 to 40,000 words. So word limit, for example, in different universities, I have seen they have this word limit. They say minimum 40,000 word to 80,000. When it's come to publication, they're very specific. They're asking for 6,000 word to 10,000 word. And count wise also, they're very specific. For example, they are specific about their abstract. It should be around 250 word to 300. In some cases, you will able to identify 450 word to 500 words. So they have this clarity. So for every content, we're able to identify they are following certain guidelines. Now, though you are able to follow all these guidelines, we are able to see many a time you are missing those points which are very relevant for the publication. So either you miss those points in the introductory section, sometime you miss those things in the literature part. In most of the cases, in publication, we don't want this review of related literature in that details. We just want few things which are very important. That means we just want your gap analysis. We just want those references which are really very relevant. When it's come to methodology, we have identified that this is the area which is the most weakest area of the scholars. They just adopt something and they try to prove something. I'm just giving you one example. As I am the reviewer in different journals, in education, then in business and management, and then social sciences. In one of the business and management, I received one paper. The paper was really too good. If you go through the paper, at the first level, you feel that this is the appropriate paper to be published. And sometimes, if the content is really too good, we don't wait. We just give our feedback and say it's okay. We can go for the publication. And in some cases where we find that yes, it needs scrutiny, where we need yes, it need to be again give good feedback to the candidate. It will modify everything. We are also trying to check that you are the only person who did this research work. If you are not able to answer those questions appropriately, that means you are not the real person, you are the fake person, or you have used some AI tools or something. So we are able to identify. Now, what happened? Going through this content, we agreed. And I am the fourth reviewer for that particular paper. I also go through the paper, I agree to it. Later on, when the same paper come to me to again review, based on whatever the feedback we have given, I'm able to identify that in methodology there is something wrong. In all other chapters, he is able to write very well. In chapter 3, he did a small mistake. He developed a tool. So he adopted one particular tool. Based on that, he is able to add so many things in the present context. and he is able to identify the reliability and validity of the standardized tools or the tool that has developed. And he is claiming that it has liability of 9.99 percentage. Now, how can you claim that? If you develop
Yes.
something and based on that, if you collect information, you might be taking a small portion of population on which you are implementing and then checking the reliability and validity. You follow those things, and then you are coming out that yes, this particular tool has around 0.99. That means it is very close to 1, and if it is coming to 1, that means this is the excellent tool. But this is not the case. We are able to identify that this particular person might miss something in the process. So we start asking. So, fifth things we try to understand from our side. We ask, can you please provide us the details how you make this particular tool standardized? So please provide us the details. And in that details, we come to know
Yes.
the way he tried to convey, there is something wrong. This is the mistake he made. He just implemented, collected, and to provide that the tool is really very good, he conveyed that the reliability is 0.99. Because I'm able to identify it, when he tried to give the feedback and other things, what he is writing is on different books, in the different books and in review, he is able to identify if the tool is really very good, it must have reliability of 0.9 and more. This is something wrong. In books, you are able to see, but in actual implementation, you are implementing. Are you able to see the implementation part appropriately and able to get the result? If yes, you can claim. If not, remove this particular part, provide us the data. And in the process, because we are able to identify this, we ask many questions, and from those questions, we come to know that this is the weakest area. And because of this area, we are not going to publish this article. So, this is what happens in the process part. Along with that, we have seen when it's come to the result, you are trying to give those results which are very common. So, if you are presenting something that is already known to others, is there a need to send the same thing for the publication? There is no need. We already know about it. So, what is that name that you want to tell to others?
Yes.
Highlight those areas. Convey that this is the new thing, new upcoming areas. This is
Yeah.
your contribution. If you are able to identify that, that means it's very good that you are trying to do something in the field. If it is very similar, editors will not forward your paper for review. They just go through the content. So if they're able to identify that, yes, abstract is good, they go through the paper. If they feel the paper is good, they will send the same paper for review. If they identify that, yes, it is a very similar paper, they will not go through that particular paper. You identify it will take around 6 to 8 months. When you start inquiring about that paper, they will say, okay, we just forget it. It's not the forgotten. They come to know that it is very, very similar kind of paper. There's nothing new in the paper. And that's the reason it got delayed. So we need to take care of so many things. Again, one more important thing. When you go for any good journal, they're also looking for good scholars. So if you are really good scholars and if you have written very good, once you send, they will identify, they will send for the review, and they will try to help you out. If something is missing, they will give you feedback. And sometimes from our side, we also suggested participant to include these things. So we tell them, okay, you talk about these lines. This is fine for the paper. but you have missed these particular points. Try to add these points somewhere. And because the researcher is so smart, they come to know, okay, this is what they're trying to look for. If they have really done something, if they have the content, they incorporate and send. That now, is it fine? I have included in this particular paragraph, I talk about these things there. This is what my contribution is. This is what the scope is. This is what we need to do. If we are able to do that, you will able to see that yes, you get the publication. And once you get the taste of this publication, once you come to know, okay, how the paper get published, you get recognition in the field. And this is what we believe in. We want our scholars to publish papers in good journals. So this is what the purpose of discussing about the publication.
Yes.
I just share one of the examples. There are many examples that I have. So we go through. Sorry. So once we go through the content, we come to know that yes, the paper is really good. So accordingly, you will get the feedback and other things.
Yes.
So in one way, you have already done it. Now, if you are interested, you again have to do the same thing. You have to narrow it down, make it very concrete for the reader so that they are able to understand your research work. So once you convert it, you can submit to us. We will give our feedback. And this is what we have discussed. As you said, this is the navigation plane. I think you have already used all those things in terms of references. Yesterday, we are discussing that in some cases, students have not take. Just a minute. Sorry. Just a minute. Yes. So yesterday we are discussing that in many of the dissertation, I'm also associated with this master level and doctor's level thesis. There are many students who have not checked their references one to one. So they cited something. When it's come to the final references, they miss something. So it is very important to check all the references
Yes, correct.
because
I understand. It's make
because
me too
in
much headache about the
yeah,
check
it's really too much.
indexation and reference.
Yeah.
Always mistake, a lot of mistake.
So we have also discussed something that for other field they are using this reference management system. So why not we provide something to the students? So that it become easy in terms of the reference. For example, I have seen in uh, science field, they are using this EndNote, Mendeley. So they buy this particular software either by the institution or by the student. And whenever they are writing their paper, they make a note of it and they directly collect all those things from internet. And once they collect, they keep all those things in the library. And when they're writing their paper or dissertation or any research work, they don't need to create the references. At the end, they just click on references and click the command that create references for this developed paper. So automatically they will get all the references on that particular page. So it become very easy for them. Same thing we are suggesting for our students also, but it is important to know the various components that are uh, required in terms of references, author name, date, and other things, so that once it is done, you can go through the content and check whether it was appropriately done or not. Similarly, yes, you already discussed this APS 7 guidelines. One more thing, if in your dissertation, if you have this level 4 heading, in Word, you are not formatted to APS 7 guideline. So in Word format, in Word file, you are able to see just 3 levels. You don't have the
Oh,
4th level. So in your dissertation, if you are following this level 4 heading, then you have to check as per the APS 7 guideline and you have to modify it.
oh,
Similarly, when it's come to page break between chapters and appendix, you might face problem. So sometimes students are making different copies and then give different page numbers and heading and so on. So you need to take care the page breaks. If you give the page breaks, that means from that you will find the different sections. And this is how usually you give different page numbers, because in the initial pages we want uh, in Roman terms, then we want something in new time Romans and so on. So all those things are important in terms of checking whether things are appropriately done or not. So usually we tell that you copy the content, the reference part at one side, through navigation, go through each citation and check in the references. It's a very taxing process, we know, but at the end you come to know whether you have taken care of those things or not. One more thing that is very important, when you are writing those things in the initial sessions, when we are talking about this review of related literature, when we talk about references and I said whenever you are referring something and you get very good idea, if you get something, okay, this is what you have read and this is important for your research. On the same time, create the reference. Keep that reference at one particular page or below that particular content, so that at the end it become very easy. Because I have seen many a time you develop very good paper, but when it's come to reference, because you have not write those references at that particular time, you are not able to find those things. So it is important. So we always tell researchers to make a note of it, that whenever you get some new content, create the reference that you have copied this particular content from so and so source. This is the source, this is the magazine, or this is the journal, this is the book. So your reference are already prepared. And if you feel it is required, you use it. If you feel it is not required, there is no need. But once everything is done, and then you start searching for the references, it's a very taxing process. If you skip 2 lines, you come to know it is not linking. It is very difficult to again create a link between two different sentences, because you miss something very important. So, as a researcher, this is what you can take care of. In terms of clarity, now this is again very important. Here I will discuss in terms of your dissertation, but in terms of paper also, it is very important. For example, you are able to see one example, check the words that may need clarifying. This, that, did, it. Sometimes we are writing this means that, or this is the meaning of. We cannot write any unnecessary words in the dissertation. Similarly, when it's come to paper writing, you need to be very specific in terms of writing. And that is where this academic writing is very important. For one paragraph, you are just identifying few words and then you are writing this is what it is. So it is very compressed way. Similarly, we can avoid using we and our. Examples for clarity. This is the example you are able to see. A logistic regression model was used to calculate the propensity scores for each merger year. This was used to determine the probability of one institution from both the treatment control group, merged and not merged, being in the treatment group merged, given the correlation, given the covariates shown in table 9, and the dependent variable being dichotomous, merged one or not merged, is equal to 0. This what is always want to be sure that you define what this is. So if you're using this kind of language, it is very obvious that you are not creating clarity to the audience. So to give clarity, don't use these words. And if you are using, write what this means. So this is important in terms of research. Then tables and figures. Yesterday only I learned this particular thing. We have to go to the tables. First we go to references, then we have to go to the insert, then go to the figure, then identify where it is, then we need to use it as per the APS 7 format. So instead of using manually, it's always better to use technology. So you set all the things. For example, the margin part, 1 inch all the sides. So set it from the starting so that you also get the idea about the content. For example, tables. If you have some tables which are going from one page to another, it looks very odd. So if you already set the margin, other things, you also come to know when some pictures come, when some diagrams come, how to put it. You also come to know how to write this figure or diagrams, how to give the title to it, what is the actual format. So once you set everything, it become very easy. So whenever you need, you directly go to that particular tab, tap it, go to the list, and you will get the exact formatting. This is what it is required. And the formatting for this is use shift and enter to put the title and the table number, then hold shift and tap enter twice. So you will get exact that is required in terms of table or figure. So this is APA 7 formatting. So this is what you need to do. So once you repeat 2 to 3 times, you come to know, okay, this is how it should be used. Otherwise, what will happen? Every time you need to search for it, every time you have to go to the table to check the numbers and so on. And therefore, chances are very high that you miss something in terms of formatting. Now, examples of tables and figure. From these two tables, you come to know, okay, which one is proper, the first one or the second one. From my side, if I'm able to say, the table which has very properly rows and column. This is my right hand side. On other side, I have just this table where I'm not able to see very accurately, but yes, there is a table. Which one is appropriate? Any idea, any guess? Which table a researcher should use in dissertation? This column wise or the other one? Which looks better? Which one is better?
I think the left one is better.
Left one means where there is no rows and columns?
Yeah, correctly.
Yeah, fine, fine. Absolutely correct. Because this is what you will get when you provide data to any software. So it is standardized. In other words, it looks that manually you create something. So we want whenever as a researcher you use something, it should be appropriately represented in terms of particular software that we have used. So you rightly identify this one is good. But if you ask the learner who just joined the master course, they will say this one is fine because they're able to see everything very clearly. So this is what we need to take care. That yes, we must follow APS 7 style. Along with that, we must use some tools to analyze it so that it look exactly as per our requirement. Then in terms of copyright permission, this is again very important. If you are using anything, I'm just going through few dissertations now. Maybe they are your junior. They make something using this AI because they are not able to make the design. So they give some command, some prompts to AI, and they are able to generate very good images. Now, images are generated is fine, but you have not mentioned which AI tool you have used to generate. So you have to acknowledge if you are using any AI tool, there's a need to acknowledge that you have used this particular tool. Similarly, if you are taking any particular model, for example, in this particular case, you are able to see at the end that it is copyright 2004, Springer Nature, adapted with permission. We cannot adapt anything without any permission. In many of the cases, when you say that you are using this particular image for your PhD, please give permission. They will give you the permission. Because as a scholar, you are trying to use their images. And later on, they will get citation for this. So you are promoting their research. So they will give you the permission. Don't worry. Because they are using for your research purpose or you're using for any publication purpose, they will give you the permission. Only thing is, if these images are copyright images by the government or by some particular institution, in that case, you have to pay the amount. And sometimes the amount is really big. Otherwise, if it is done by the individual person, they allow you to use the images. And they would be very happy because they will get the citation. Citation means later on, once you use all those things, those who come to your paper, they will come to know that yes, you have used these many images, these many citations, and these many references, and they will quote. So he will get the citation that yes, in so and so paper, his content get published. So in ResearchGate, you are able to see, in Google Scholar, you are able to see that yes, this is what it is. So this is what the citation is. So both will get benefit. So that's the reason it's better to use copyright permission. So take the copyright permission. Without that, we are not allowing anybody to use any image. So this is the appendix. Make sure you have this literature map. Make sure you have this IRB approvals. Keep a copy in the dissertation with all those logos and other things. It is compulsory. Along with that, if you are able to see C, D, E, and F, that means interview protocol, permissions, survey questions, extra table, and information. You discuss those things with your program chair. If he feels it is necessary, for example, interview protocol, they will say, okay, you can avoid it. Permission letter, they will say, okay, you can keep. In terms of survey question, they will many of the program chair, they will say, okay, these are important questions we have used. Keep it. What about extra tables and information? They will say, okay, it is not required, don't keep it. Now, as a researcher also, for example, for quantitative research, if you done something different, there is no need to put in terms of extra tables and information because it is not directly related to your dissertation, but you have done something. But in terms of qualitative research, you try to do something. You understood something. You observe something. Though it is not the part of your research work, but you have done something. You get some insight. you get some observation. So it is always better to add those extra component to the thesis part in terms of appendix, so that when other trying to do their research work, they also come to know when they're trying to do this research, these are the challenges, or these are few areas which you are able to highlight, but this is not the part of your research work, but you have observed in the field. So you give those ideas to others, and this is how it become very important for the learner.
Mm.
Then appendix need to be labeled in order as they are introduced in the dissertation. So you identify that particular sequence, and accordingly you follow all those sequences. Again, in the word, I think this should come first in the starting or in between also. Now I'm also realizing we should use these things in the initial space when we are discussing the dissertation. Just when we are discussing something on those lines, where how to make the
Yeah.
margins, how to take care of those things. So in word option, these are the things which we want that you should always select. In most of the cases, yes, you are able to see. In some cases, you will identify they are not selected. So sentence and fragmentation, spacing, subject verb agreement. So once you click on it, and when you start writing or typing something, it automatically gives you something or options, so that it become easy for you. Page numbers will start with abstract on page 3. Fine. This is the format part. Okay. In terms of layout, margin other, margin 1 to 1 you can keep. This is the place. In layout, you can go to the hyphenation and other things. Note the page title should not be hyphen. Okay, fine. Table of content, this is what it should look like. The table of content should be updated as the very last step. The table of content should include content, list of tables, list of figures as applicable. So in the starting, you should put, or at the end also, you can consult with your chair and keep those things. The table of content can be done automatically within Word. List of table and figure can be inserted after all table and figure have been captioned. So this is totally your choice. And these are few more things. You are able to see the script of students organization meeting with class visits. If you have something, you can keep there. So you're able to see in order to answer the questions seeking interview students who meet the criteria for the study. So all those things that you feel is important, interview protocol and something that you have followed, some observation schedule, all those things you can keep at the end of your dissertation. And at the time to reflect after defense, but too much time, your final manuscript should not be sent to the head diocese no later than the end of the term following your defense. And this part you have already done. I'm not getting into this particular part. But yes, difficult road leads to difficult destination. Do good work and be spark to ignite others to do the same. This is, you are able to see the Kelly. See, in the reflections, he might be discussing the same thing with students. So this is the presentation shared by Kelly, and we discussed a lot on this. So from my side, I shared 5 things to you. If you have any question, you can ask me.
Dr. Rashi, so what is the manuscript? The first time I heard about that.
Which?
The manuscript.
Okay, manuscript is the research paper or the article. In research term, usually we use this word manuscript. So when you go for the publication, we say, okay, please submit your manuscript. So it is the common word for article or research paper. So those who are from this research background, they know. So when you go
Mm,
to any journal, pays any
understand.
good journal, they will say, okay, you have to submit your either article or research paper. So they will write,
Understand.
you have to submit your manuscript. So this is either the article or the research paper.
Yeah.
In
So
our case, it is the dissertation
yeah,
or the thesis part.
yeah. So the order here that after defense, after the all the thing done, well, after I got the title doctor, then the latest is 5 months later, I have to submit the manuscript, right?
Yeah, for the publication.
Understand.
It's up to you. It's totally up to you. We are not forcing you, but in the discussion, I raised this point at the initial stage also because you are doing so many things. Why not to get those insights and write somewhere? So I discussed those things. I sent the mail to Edward to take care of these things. So yesterday only we discussed because this is the final dissertation discussion we will have. And after this, you will get your degree and other things. So I thought, why not to discuss the same thing with students? So I raised this point and she agreed that you should take this particular point, discuss with students because you already have good exposure to uh, Scopus Index journals. You would be the best person to discuss these things. So I said, fine, I will discuss, I will incorporate these points so that students get aware about it. And those who are very comfortable about the publication, they will come out with the idea, they will contact us, and then we will go for the publication.
Yeah, I
So it
think
is
that's
always good. Yeah.
mm, 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 mm. I understand that. Because I just think that the publication is I can do the publication in Edwood Library only, or we need to do in Scholar newspaper
Yeah. So
like Scopus.
that would be better.
Mm.
So in library, yes, once the thesis is done, it will be the part of Edward Library, and you can also uh, take the printout so that you can also keep the physical copy with you. This is the one part. But when it's come to publication, same thing you will publish for the public media. So you prepare something out of it and submit it for the good publications, either in Scopus Index journals and similar to that,
Mm, mm, mm.
so that it gets cited. So you will get citation, other things.
Yeah, and I have to do the publication by myself, or Edwood colleague will support me to do that.
We will support you if you are really interested. I already had this talk with Kelly. She's so occupied, then also she said, yes, it's a good idea. Let's share the same thing with students so that we can help them out in terms of publication. So we will help you out. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So on thing I have to do now, I try to finish the whole dissertations,
Yeah, get the
defend
doctor degree,
one, defend two.
get the doctor degree, defense
Yes.
and everything, so that when
Yeah.
it's come to the publication, along with your chair, other person, you will also have in the first name, we would like to have your name, Dr. So and so completed, your chair and other person who are involved in the research. So you will get that, yes, you have a 2 to 3 people who are involved in that. And first name, we want your name, where it is written Dr. Tran.
Yeah,
So
that's
you will
nice.
get that direct credit.
Understand. Understand. Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Rashi. I see your presentation, your slide is so many useful information that I haven't talked about them yet. So where can I see this by PDF or
I
somewhere
think
else?
this is already there in the documents. You will find all the things in your, I think, your canvas also. It should be there because we are putting everything in the canvas. So you will find this presentation. If it is not, you can just pass the message to Kelly that yes, we had a very good session on this. Can you please provide the presentation? Because all those things are yours. We cannot keep all those things with us.
Understand. They are already in Canvas, right?
Yeah, it
Mm-mm.
must be.
Yeah, it must be. If it if it not if it if it isn't there, I can request by message to admin
Yeah, Kelly.
university.
Yeah, you can request Kelly. If she's not able
Mm.
to respond, you can directly send message to me.
Yeah, understand, Dr. Raisi. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Thao. See you then. Bye bye.
Yeah. See ya.
All the best.
Yeah, on the best, Dr. Raisi. Thank you very much.
Yeah.